Hello Pisces followers of Astrolada, how are you doing? This Libra season brings you, oh man, the Three of Swords. Okay, don't freak out. Now first, about the bad side of the card. It gives you a heartbreak, a heartache, disappointment. Why, however? It is because you Pisces will have the affinity to let your thoughts run wild, twisting and tangling through your mind, and in such state everybody could feel lost and heartbroken, with heartache and disappointed. So basically, before you know a certain thing is true, don't presume. This is the key thing. You don't presume a thing. You go, always investigate what you know to be true, see and compare it to all the things you know. So basically, if you are capable of managing your thoughts, then you will be able to kind of minimize at least the pain that you will experience, if you, of course, you experience the pain. That card, the pain of that card depends how strong you are mentally. If you are mentally extremely strong, then no pain will be experienced at all. Another thing with that card is keep your mouth shut. Basically, you don't say words which you will regret later. So the best thing, especially if you have friends that you are angry at, try to not make a communication with them, at least for these 2 weeks. Try to kind of avoid them. In relationships especially, try to be honest with your partner, as the more you lie and the more you cover things, the more pain the relationship will experience forward. This card also is associated with learning truths. So if these truths brings you pain, you need to allow yourself to suffer. The more you suffer now, the faster the recuperate process of it will be, and the bigger the happiness will be after this card passes away. So basically, it is not that bad. It is just you need to manage well your thoughts and think twice before you say something or before you decide something. If it comes to a career, don't be discouraged from other people's talking, because this speaks for a mental cruelty. Fights, someone is attacking you verbally for the things you're doing. So basically, if that's your case, then try to analyze the situation correctly. Speak with people if you have to see where you're doing the things wrong. Don't instantly accept that you're doing bad. It is because maybe that's not the case. We will see with the next card what is the case actually. But this card shows around what your situation will revolve for the next 2 weeks. So yeah, basically we are seeing a lot of mental activity, and this is another card which boosts the Three of Swords, speaking that the more things you attend to, the more you will be exposed into the people towards the people talking and towards experiencing pain. So basically, with these 2 cards, the less things you're attending to, the less pain you will experience and the less difficulties you will experience. The less you try to control the situation and accuse yourself for the failure of a certain things, the less you will suffer. So basically, that speaks that you have to be a cold-hearted, and some people are difficult to do that. For me it's easy, for example, but for some people I know it's very, very hard. So I'm not saying that you have to close in yourself, no, but you should not accept people's speech and how the things are evolving around you with a pure coin. It is because these cards, first, they are minor arcanas, which means that they can be changed. You just have to wait that period of time to pass. So the less activity you do, the better for you. When it comes to a career, if you don't have to attend to certain things, don't try to prove yourself by taking them under your wing. Basically, you do what you are asked to do only, instead of trying to shine in front of the others, showing how skilled you are. You may be skilled, but this is not the time you have to show it. I mean, you need to wait for better times. This also speaks for a no possible promotion, or if you're able to go for a possible promotion, you need to put efforts greater than what you will get. Basically, these two cards says that whatever you are attending to, it's done, and moving forward in these 2 weeks will be stressful and unproductive. So basically, if I'm at your shoes right now, I will give myself a little bit of rest, trying to do things which make me happy instead of other people happy. So basically that speaks for a little bit of selfish existence, but it's necessary so you can avoid certain unpleasant events, pain, heartache, possible friend loss. If this speaks for a relationship at your end, then you should not by any means try to control your partner and what they're doing. You just leave them be. Otherwise, fight heartache. So that's basically for the relationship and career with these 2 cards. Speaking of which, you need to give yourself a little bit, not only rest, but detachment from the world and the ideas of the world, and try to see the things from your perspective instead of listen to other people, because the other people will give you a mental cruelty, a verbal fights, and they will do everything that to make you feel down in the sink, bad and unproductive, like a failure. So don't mind them, you do great, you just don't let your thoughts running wild, remember. The third card, 5 of Swords. And here this card speaks for a humiliation. And not only that, it speaks that basically just so you want to prove yourself other way around for what you're presented at from the other people, then you may go for very irrational movements and actions. So this card also urges you to take a little bit of break. You Pisces have these 3 cards speaks for a big activity at your end, trying to do certain things, trying to prove yourself, trying to prove that you're worthy, that you can do things. But in the reality, if you want to avoid all those 3, because this combination is very unfavorable, you need to give yourself a little bit of rest. Don't do anything that you have not been asked for, and not just being asked for, but that includes favors. But you need to do only and only what is necessary for you to survive. So if this speaks for career, then you just attend to the things you're supposed to do instead of helping other people, instead of receiving new duties that you have to do. If it comes to a relationship, this card, I don't want to lie, these cards may speak for a possible breakup, just because you may misinterpret your partner's actions, or your partner can misinterpret your actions and thus may misinterpret your feelings, your attitude, and with this your relationship may end. So again, with the 3 of Swords, we said be honest. As being honest, even if this causes a pain to the relationship, at least there is a room that relationship could be recuperated. And the more you allow yourself to suffer and the relationship to suffer, the easier will be, even if the relationship breaks right now, to bring it back to life in the near future. As we said, 3 minor arcanas, this is completely fixable. It's just you should not take any initiative at this 2 weeks period of time, and there is nothing wrong with that. You just need to live your normal life. Don't try to be in front of the spotlights, and before you take your final decisions, you just try to see the situation from every point of view, as your point of view may not be the right one. And with this, you will just provoke the people around you, and by this you may lose friends, colleagues, and you will feel heartbroken. So Pisces, these three cards speaks more for a guidance than an actual thing that will happen to you, and it's not much of a guidance really. It's just saying to you that you should just stay put in one place, don't try to do new things for this period of time. So that is the tarot scope for you, and if you find it remotely helpful, please give us the thumbs up, and as always, thank you people all for watching. See you next time.